Once I'm done powering up, you're done so...
That's not the type of stealing I like to see in baseball, John.
You could say that again, Tom. The head coach of the Pops and Pineapples has been found guilty of embezzling $500,000 into his local offshore bank.
Arrgh, it ain't easy being a pirate. Seasickness, sunburns, scurvy. That is, till I found the treasure map leading to a sub shop.
In the corner of Brady and North. Open from 10 to 9, 7 days a week.
Now I fill up on high-quality, pillaged ingredients and stolen recipes. Sandwiches so delicious that the flavors made it past the barnacles on me tongue and reached me taste buds. Arrgh, that's what food tastes like. Usually I like to keep the treasure like this to myself, but for this one, I shan't. There's enough booty to go around. They cater all across the 7 seas.
In select Poppleton County locations.
Go down to Naughty's now. Use code ARRGH for 25% off your first punch card.
This Thursday, tune in to the world premiere of Trust Fund, a game show built on trust and cash. Everyone knows that without trust, we have nothing. But with trust, 3 lucky contestants.
I could go for a sandwich. Welcome to Pulp Panic, a fiasco actual play podcast as an anthology of deception, debauchery, and desperation. Pulp Panic's not for the faint of heart, and any content warnings can be found in our episode description. This month's issue of Pulp Panic is titled Losers, English Dub Edition. A tale of fortune and infamy. Watch as greed, gluttony, and pride put everything they want and hold dear into jeopardy.
Oh, wait. Okay, you're right. I'm not eating.
You got the cheese off your fingers?
I did. I rubbed it in like lotion.
I bet cheese is good lotion.
Wanna bet?
I bet it is.
I
Called cream cheese for a reason. Started rubbing. Sorry. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that sounded bad.
And welcome back to Pulp Panic, a real play fiasco podcast that I won't repeat the rest of because I've already said it before.
Or something like that.
A
desperation of perchery and botchery.
Look out for that stop sign. Okay. Just in case people are listening while they drive. We know we're super funny and distracting. I just want to keep you on your toes, focus on what's important, your life.
This is Act 2 of our $500,000 in a grocery bag story. We do not have a title yet, but there's probably one now by the time that this is being edited. I am one of your hosts, Jared, and today I am playing John Alfred. A little vignette for John Alfred. He pulls up in his car at a stop sign, and there's maybe it's like a full stop sign. It's like a somewhat busy street. It's like in a town over. But while there's time, he knows there's at least like 30 seconds before it changes to green. He puts the hazards on in his car, runs out to a telephone pole nearby, takes out a flyer from his pocket that's really crumpled, staples it to the telephone pole, and then runs back to his car. But that flyer is for the anime club that desperately needs attendees.
Oh,
It's in Japanese.
It is. They need true fans and someone who can actually read Japanese in the club.
Neither of them can.
Oh.
And to my left, I have a friend of a cool friend who is the friend, not the cool friend.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
I thought I was going to get away with an upgrade.
Sorry.
No, I am Peppin Gunt, local sandwich artist for Peppin's Vignette. He is super super fucking jealous of rival food service worker in Poppleton, Ted Danson.
Mm.
And at least once a week, he makes it over to the Wetzel's Pretzels and orders and just basks in Ted Danson's customer service. And he's like, one day I will be as good as this man.
Can I be Ted for a sec?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucci was just smiling and staring.
I'm so happy to see him again. Okay. Oh, wow. I almost closed early. It's never too late to have the first customer of the day. It's 4 p.m.
Ted.
The usual?
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. I already have it ready. And also, I slide over. It's piping hot, as if literally just made. But how's that possible? And I slide it over to you. And also, I'm like on the house. Just kidding. You're my first customer. I need profit.
What pretzel does Peppin Gunt get from Wetzel's Pretzels?
Unsalted. Non-flavored, just
Oh.
the pretzel.
Dude, come on.
No condiment.
I'm not asking for a lot when I get a pretzel, but at least put some salt on it.
To my left, I have Lucci, who we share a work relationship, which seems to have ended by now, but new employee and one who's been there for a long time, as well as the location, the skeleton of a subdivision.
Oh, hi. I'm Lucci, and I'm playing Skyler Sackhoff. I am local 35-year-old weeb, although I would be offended if you use that term, because I'm not like the other weebs. I'm not appropriating culture that isn't mine.
Is Kyler
Yes, I am.
Japanese?
Nope. This is how Kyler feels, not how Kyler's definitely appropriating. But yeah, I'm a fiend for anime. I work at the local Naughty. I just
You
started.
still do?
Well, okay, no. I just when the story started, I just started at Naughty's.
Yeah, one shift.
Yeah, so new employee at Naughty's, but not a very good track record of showing up. Yeah, and for my vignette, when I'm not at work and I'm not at home, you can catch me deep inside of the skeleton of a subdivision with my sword, standing dramatically amongst the, unbuilt buildings with
Overgrown weeds and tall grass.
weeds. You can catch me trying to slice through the weeds with my sword, running up and poorly parkouring around the subdivision. And also, in my head, it's super cool and cinematic, but if anyone saw me in the distance, it would look like that scene in Arrested Development when it's the Star Wars in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Just the parody of the very famous
viral video
of the Star Wars kid.
Oh, wow, really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah, whoopsies. Okay, yeah, no, then it's just like the Star Wars kid video. In my head, it looks like an anime intro. In real life, I look like the Star Wars kid, but 35. And to my left is Jared, a fellow anime fiend, a fellow anime club devotee, my ride to said club, and we both share the need of burying our face in a gallon of artisanal ice cream. Jared, who are you?
I've already said I am John Alfred, anime fiend.
Good reminder.
In the last episode, John and Peppin Gunt were entrusted with $500,000 in a grocery bag by their shared friend of Ben Dover, right?
Ben Donner.
He seemed really paranoid about people watching him, but there is odd occurrences here or there, like an empty apartment, except for Red Bull and plot devices.
Oh, the perfect apartment.
John took off with the money because he didn't trust leaving it alone. And then he attended an anime club. Where he revealed it to his fellow anime lover, Kyler Sackhoff. Kyler then began plotting to use the money to start a maid cafe / mochi place. Peppin Gunt got really mad at John. I keep wanting to say Paul Ryan for some reason. Peppin Gunt got really mad at John Alfred for running off with the money. More weird stuff ensued, like a Red Bull truck driving slowly by, or mysterious vans. And then there was a final confrontation at the sub sandwich shop Naughty's, spelled like nautical, where Ben called, mysteriously knowing exactly what they were up to. And while John was fleeing back to his car with half of the money, Pep and Gunt happened to notice a van full of computer monitors, clearly observing all around town and where they had been. And also the tilts. We determined at the end of last episode that the tilts were failure. A tiny mistake leads to ruin, and tragedy, confusion, then pain. So those will show up in some way, shape, or form in this preceding episode. So without further ado, Act 1, Scene 1. Moss, will you establish or resolve?
I am going to establish. It is early in the morning. Thunderstorm, lightning crashes, rain pours down. It is the day after the money got split up. The day after Peppin saw what he shouldn't have seen. He has no idea who is surveilling them, what's going on. He just knows things aren't safe. So he's donned a trench coat and a big fedora.
What a neck beard. Sorry.
And he wanders out into the skeleton of the subdivision, lightning blaring, the empty foundations as they fill up with water. And he sees exactly what he was expecting, the most dramatic 35-year-old out in the rain swinging a sword.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, ahoy!
Can't hear you over the rain and me because I'm like...
And you've got your headphones on?
Yeah, and also I've got my headphones on. It's blasting anime intros.
Your skull candies in 2013?
Yeah, mascara's running down my face. I only put it on when it rains because it makes it more dramatic.
Peppin steps in and gets kind of in front of your sword.
I hit it. I hit you with it. Hard.
You have really bad edge alignment, though, so you don't even cut.
Oh, yeah. It's more flat.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm just swinging it.
Yeah.
You just happen to be in the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it wasn't on purpose. Sumimasen, Peppin. You should know better than to walk in front of a swordsman while mid-duel with their inner demons. I am not responsible for what happens to you when I'm in this. You know what? I take back my apology. It is not my fault that you broke the Warrior's Code. Have you read no manga?
Look, I apologize.
I
And
accept.
I apologize for yesterday. At the store, it was a pleasure to work with you for 10 minutes. I've got a job, and I need somebody, and I think you're that somebody. There's no reason I would be talking to you.
Money's not really an issue for me anymore, and I'm not really eager to become someone else's employee again, you know?
I'm not saying you work for me. I'm saying you do me this favor.
Why should I do you a favor? What's in it for me?
Investigation. Intrigue. You get the chance to live out your fantasy. Don't you want to be a part of an amazing quest? I've been tailed by these white vans. They have cameras in the naughties. They have cameras in my friend's apartment. I was given $500,000. And they want me for it. I don't know who they are, but I think you're the only one who can find out.
I sheath my blade. Also, I take a few paces away from you with my back to you, and I hold my hands behind my back. I look up at the sky, letting the rain run down my face, and I go, it's not the first time I've heard that I'm the only one with a set of skills to get something done. And I'm sure it won't be the last.
No, certainly not. You're incredibly talented, and I was a fool not to see it at Naughty's.
I don't blame you, you know? You're a simpleton. You're sandwiches. You're bread and butter, you know?
Look, I wouldn't be asking if I didn't need this.
I'll list off my skills, and you let me know if this is really what you want, because my time is valuable, and my skills are specific.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm really good. I can read right to left at
Oh, wow.
such fast speeds.
Wow. So if information goes that way, wow.
Sprint.
That's spectacular to have in this instance.
Sprinting? an understatement when I move. Impressions? I can become anyone. I can throw my voice. I can disguise it over the phone.
That's so impressive.
You know? People
I'm
shit on
astonished.
dubs, but, you listen to enough good performances, and then you're able to give one. Obviously fashion.
Wow. Yeah.
Obviously swordsmanship.
I mean,
Obviously
I saw.
looks. Obviously charisma. Obviously, smart. I have a whole library's worth of manga to get information from. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. You know how many pictures are in manga? At least 1,000. That's 1,000,000 words of manga. That's 1,000,000 lessons. That's 1,000,000 brain
So you're
cells.
saying that nobody has as much wisdom as you.
I'm saying you came to the right place. And I accept your challenge.
I'll go to, you know what? I'm going to the Donner apartment and I'll make a big distraction. Here's the address. And I hand him a little envelope. I need you to find this out for me. I'm relying on you.
Everyone is.
Wow.
I've got this. Don't worry.
Peppin just
I have
holds his...
I have main character shield. Nothing bad can happen to me. Side character like you,
Jesus.
maybe.
Peppin just holds his breath for a second, just really fighting the urge to, you say anything about the stupid shit he's hearing. That's, wow, that's really, really something.
Look up and I'm already gone. But if you turn if you turn 90 degrees, you'll see I'm just hiding behind a piece of wood nearby.
Oh, God. And he just kind of walks away. He gets further away. He's just like, fucking god damn it.
And scene. I think that was good for you because you enlisted someone to help investigate the weird cameras.
Yes, I did.
So in Act 2, we will be keeping the dice that we receive from the scenes instead of giving them away like Act 1. So after this, there's only 2 good dice left and then 3 red dice. Act 2, Scene 2. Would you like to establish or resolve?
I'm going to establish. And for my scene, Kyler Sackhoff is beginning his anime, beginning his story. He is in his car, his mom's car, an Impala. He stole the keys, but his mom secretly has a copy because she anticipates this all the time because he's a little rascal living in an anime fantasy world and is full of gas.
I think that there is a rosary bead hanging from the rearview window. She's a big Catholic.
So I am in the car. I have my nicest kimono on. It's breathable so I can move quickly. I have my sword with me. And also I am sitting behind a van parked outside of Ben Donner's apartment. I'm flipping through a manga. My sword is sharp. I sharpened it for a little bit on a rock. And also I'm currently, every time I finish a page and I turn it, I glance up at the van. And pretty soon the van's moving. For the first time I've seen it move all day. And also I am following it. I follow it. Where does the van go? Anyone want to explain to me how far I go, where it goes?
I think the van goes all the way downtown Poppleton.
How long of a drive is that?
It's a solid 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then it's past downtown and it doesn't stop. It goes to the warehouse district.
Mm.
And it pulls into a lot that has 5 unmarked white vans. It has a for rent sign out front, but you can tell it's in use. There are people coming and going. You see some people sitting outside on the phone. The people from in the van pull up, they stop, and they get out and they start unloading large piles of equipment.
Mm. Film equipment?
Yes.
Okay. I park my car on the street in front of here, not with the vans.
Yeah.
I sheath my sword. I lock my car. And
Responsible.
It's not it's mother's. And then I walk nonchalantly through the front door because confidence is key. I see some people that look kind of normal that are dressed like me. No, not literally. I just mean like the people unloading the van are wearing all black. They're crew.
Yeah.
And also I see a group of people that look kind of normal going through a door. So I'm like, okay, that must be the front entrance.
Yeah.
And so I followed them.
So, you ever done something like this before?
No, never.
Well,
I'm hoping I get to interact with one of the contestants, try practice my improv skills.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping that I run into like a celebrity.
I don't think they have celebrities on this show.
So I'm here to run into a celebrity. I think I'm gonna run into a celebrity.
I think you're on the wrong show, mate.
No. We'll see about that.
This is a reality show, man.
Yeah, well, sometimes
We're supposed to be helping.
You guys are on a reality show?
Oh, you're here. You're an extra too.
Oh, you must be looking.
I'm not an extra. I'm a main character, but
wait, you're in here for an extra?
Well, I don't actually know what they call us when we're like speaking parts, but we don't actually.
Oh, I was here
we're not a contestant, at least.
I was here because I saw a sign-up sheet to be A/B tested on.
Oh, yeah, you're in the wrong line.
Oh, okay.
I think it's that a couple doors down.
I'm gonna go meet a celebrity.
I don't think you're gonna meet one.
And the one guy runs off.
also I step forward in the line. I need you to give me all of the information that you know. Who drives those vans?
I'm assuming the production company.
The production company.
Yeah.
The production company for
This show.
the show. What?
A 22-year-old pimply PA goes by with coffee.
Did any of the extras? So I had 3 cups of coffee. Was one of them yours?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who else had a cup of coffee? I had 3 cups of coffees for the extras.
The extra show. Camera crew. Wait a second.
Would you take this coffee?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
If I don't deliver this, I'm gonna get in trouble. Somebody,
I'll take it.
Okay.
Where's your boss?
Floor 2, suite 3.
This
Yeah.
random extra takes a long sip of his coffee. Just watching this, entertained.
Okay, and I think I think I'm gonna pickpocket the intern's keys. While you're trying to find the person with the 3rd coffee, I'm just gonna like swipe your keys off your belt, if that's okay. I want to go into the building. I want to see the studios.
He completely trips and spills coffee all over himself. His lanyard falls off, and he is just like, "Oh God!"
So I bend down, I pick up the keys, put it in my pocket, and then I help him up, and then I start to like brush the coffee off of him, which doesn't work because it's a liquid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like,
Ow.
sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna go wash my boo-boo.
That's a good idea.
Oh, this poor intern.
I don't feel sorry for him. Okay, yeah. So while the intern, I follow the intern in to the place with the keys.
He gets to the door and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
I'm like, I got it, and then I unlock it, and then I hold open the door and I let you in.
Thank you. And he immediately turns right and goes into the bathroom.
So I'm standing inside of a studio. It's bustling.
It's not the studio like area. It is a hallway. It is bustling. You can see some of these like taped on paper signs. This is a very makeshift operation. This is not like an area that is exactly a studio, I wouldn't say.
And also, I'm seeing things that don't make sense to me. Like, I know that there's a show going on and there are contestants.
You see, like, with some of the makeshift signs, you see, like conference room, writers/planning room, control center.
You see talking heads recording space.
I think as you pass the writers/planning room, you see a big whiteboard with 2 names, each circled in little branches coming off of it with other words. One name is Peppin Gunt, and then the other is John Alfred.
Yeah.
But you see words coming off of it, like for John Alfred, it's like library, anime, apartment building. And then
there's a second whiteboard that has missing 10K ? And it has like a bunch of like different things like lost ?
I think one of them is your name, though.
One of them is your name with a question mark.
It's in my pocket, and my pocket is hot. I quickly close the blinds, and I start to walk. I take a photo on my little flip phone. Low quality, blurry. Maybe it'll turn out.
As you're rushing out,
Yeah.
The door to the Talking Heads recording space opens, and you smack face to face into the library.
Librarian son. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
A familiar face, thank God. Oh my god.
You
were.
Are you here to do a talking head?
I'm here to help my friends. I'm here on a mission. Save the day to stop whatever this is from whatever. You should come with me. I know we gotta get out of here. There's something weird going on. We gotta go. It's you, me. You must be my love interest. We should go. We should hurry out of here.
I am not your love interest. I am entirely aromantic. Even if I was romantic, why would I date you?
A classic will they won't they then. Okay.
C, actually, this is... What do you mean something weird? They're your friends, like your buddy in an anime club. He's a reality TV show star. I just spent like 2 hours talking shit about you two.
What's...
I don't really know exactly what's
TV
going
show?
on.
Wait, how long has this show... You've worked at the library forever. How long has this show been...
Well, they contacted me as like somebody who might want to talk about one of the contestants, and so I did.
Wait a second, so... Those two are the contestants. How do you win the game? Like, what's the rules?
I don't know.
Why are the vans following
They just
them?
wanted me to talk shit about the little anime dorks.
Well, I'm gonna chalk this, my, primary mission up to a
Seems like
success.
you have a lot of questions. Hey, Jimmy, one of the producers is right here in this room.
I put my hand on my sword, and I'm like, "Who's Jimmy? Which
Jimmy's,
way's the exit? Where did I come in again?"
Now, Jimmy's one of the producers. Just come in and talk to Jimmy. It'll all make sense.
I know better than to put my back to an exit. I know better than to trust.
She grabs your forearm. Please, just come and talk to Jimmy here. You seem to be worked up. There's a lot of information here.
So yeah, no, I put my hand on my blade. I pull it out. I've been working on my speed for a while. It looks like I pulled it out for an inch, but there's a movement that the human eye cannot detect.
A cut to a control room. Ben Donner and a couple of producers, and they're chatting.
One of the producers like, why does he just stay on the computer all day? Doesn't he want to like go out, have fun?
And then the other producer's laughing because of like what he's watching on the screen. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. This might be our best episode yet. Like, you really found us some weirdos, Ben. This is awesome.
And then you hear a scream from the hallway. And Ben Donner sticks his head out of the door and sees Kyler Sackhoff sprinting down the hallway, blade in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And see.
That's a crazy visual.
Okay. Can I pitch that it was good?
I agree.
Because you found out the information, and as of right now, you're getting away with it. Act 2, Scene 3. My scene. Will I establish or resolve? That is the question.
We can't help with that.
Well, you can't help if I resolve.
Are you?
Yes. I resolve.
Okay.
Yeah, so Anime Club is in session. You do attendance.
John Alfred. Arigato.
Oh.
Kyler Sackhoff. Dead to me. And checks off that he's absent this week. So he's been gone.
How long do you think you wait?
A full hour.
A full hour.
Yeah.
You're sitting there. You can hear the library starting to close down. The librarian's vacuuming. And the hour is up. And she knocks. It's like, library's closing.
Did he call?
No.
Did he say he was like sick or something? And then he only remembered the library's phone number and not mine? Because he hates me, but also respects Anime Club?
Look, the library's closing.
Okay. I guess I'll go. He takes out his iPhone, puts in his earbuds, and then plays like really sad like anime music, like Full Metal Alchemist music from when that guy gets shot in the phone booth. He gets in his car. He's like, He goes to readjust the mirror because it was weirdly like askew. But when he's adjusting it, it just falls off. He's like, what the? But then there's like a very obvious microphone now dangling from like the ceiling of the car. Clearly been improperly bugged. And he like pulls it out. He's like, what? The Yakuza. And then I think he revs his engine and he starts making his way over to Peppin Gunn's apartment. First, I'm just like, buzz, 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 buzz. I think he tries to call Peppin Gun through like, oh, he called me before. I have the call history. Peppin, wait, I think something weird's going on. I found a microphone. Please, I need to talk to you in person.
You see the lights in my apartment turn off.
He starts buzzing the thing again. Buzz, 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 buzz. Let me in. Buzz, buzz, buzz.
No response.
John runs back to his car, takes out a lockpick kit because he's a fucking dweeb.
Yes. Anybody who has a lockpick kit is a dweeb.
Yes, definitely. Anyone who has a lockpick kit is definitely a dweeb and was not gifted one on Christmas. But he, I think, breaks in through the front door, and I think at a point just breaks the lock because he's like, and starts to make his way up to his apartment. And I think
you see in the hallway outside of my apartment a lady with a baby, and she's kind of like pretending to fumble with her keys and like pretending to like unlock a door and like struggle with it, but she is like holding the baby towards you.
As he walks by, he goes, "M'lady," and then starts to knock furiously on Peppin's door.
You hear the creaking of footsteps over to the door.
Peppin? I think the Yakuza is on to us. I think I found Peppin, I found a microphone in the car. I found a microphone in my car. They were listening to me.
The door opens. The apartment is still dark.
The
blinds are closed and you can't see anybody.
Okay. I got this. Courage. Be like JoJo, you know? They don't back down. They'd be courageous. He takes out his like phone to turn on the flashlight, and then he takes out like a tiny little pocket knife that just has like anime girl on the side of the handle. And he steps into the room like, okay. Hello? Peppin? I need to talk about the money. I think I'm on a similar page to you now.
Did you bring the money? You hear that from the other corner of the room.
I think John Alfred is wearing a backpack which has the bag full of money in it because he doesn't want to let it out of his sight.
A weeb backpack?
Yeah.
Those backpacks that looks like a turtle shell or something?
I think it's an orange backpack that has the decal of a bunch of Dragon Balls all over it.
Classic. Hot Topic classic.
Exactly. I have the money, but we need to talk, Peppin. Can we turn on the lights, please?
I turn on the lights. Peppin is dressed in a jester's outfit.
What the fuck?
We have to dance.
John sees Peppin in a jester outfit.
Yes.
He's like, and turns to run away, but then trips over himself and then lands on his knife.
That is confusion followed by violence.
And I did resolve. That was bad. Act 2, Scene 4. Moss, your final scene. Will you establish or resolve?
I would like to establish. I think it's going to take place moments after you trip and fall on your knife. Peppin was in like a little bit of a manic state, but the second he sees that, it's like, oh my God. And he like kind of helps you up and he's like, oh no.
Oh, my arm.
Oh, wow. So
You're gonna have to amputate it. I'm gonna need a metal arm. Wait, that's cool. Oh,
no, okay.
can you?
Are you in cahoots?
Ah, with who?
In the studio, we have the host go, now that's what I call blood money.
Are you in cahoots with
Who are you
Phil
talking?
TV?
The Yakuza?
No, with Phil TV.
Phil?
Phil TV. Fill TV. Television.
No.
Okay, I've been doing some research. These vans, I think we're on a reality show. I think Ben set us up.
You knock on the door.
Go away.
They knock again.
Medical emergency, and I pick you up. Let's get you to the hospital.
Thank you.
In the hallway is just a woman with a thing of muffins pointed at you. She's like, hey, I am new to the floor, and I just wanted to pop in and say
just
hi.
like barrel in and I knock her away. Get away. Here. And I like kind of help you. And we get over to the stairs and I'm like, man, I sent one of my coworkers to investigate and he never showed back up. And so I think they're after getting our reactions. So I was trying to, I know I'm the monkey dancing, you know?
Why listen to them in the first place?
Because I felt like I came across as like a jerk and I think I was mean to you. And so they probably saw that. And I feel really bad for being mean to you. Come with me. Here. Yep.
Yeah.
The woman with the muffins is talking to someone in the hallway wearing all black.
Okay.
Like in like a really urgent manner. And they're like looking
let's get
at you.
out here.
Where's the money? Where's the rest of the money?
You don't have it?
I have mine. It's in the backpack.
I was really hoping that you'd stolen the money.
Did you lose yours? Where's the money?
I thought you had it. Let's get you to the hospital. That's unimportant. Money comes and goes, but you're losing some blood. And so I think we're like hobbling down the street.
An ambulance pulls up next to you that you didn't call.
Nope. No. Back. We can walk. Do you have good insurance?
No.
Yeah, we're walking. It's only like 3 blocks.
Insurance not needed. Get in the ambulance.
That's baloney. Come on.
Get in the ambulance.
Come on.
Some people get out that don't look like they work in an ambulance.
We'll walk.
I want to.
Stay away from us, please.
Oh yeah, an EMT is gonna hurt you. We're just here to help. Get in the car.
Can we get to my car? I have a cane in there.
Yeah. Let's get you to the car. You stay back. Fucking vultures.
Just trying to help.
You don't have any rights to record me.
Record you. Yeah, I'm not.
Give me the cane.
You're stabbed, and
the cane.
buddy, I
He
think
passes.
maybe
the
you
cane.
both should go to the hospital. I think you both seem like you need help.
How do I do this? And he's like starting to tug on it. Is there a button?
The ambulance person.
I think he walks over to like help you undo it, but when the latch like finally undoes itself, you like release it way too hard and you like hit John right in the nose.
Contestant 1 and 2. I'm
now
talking
he has a
to a
bloody
radio.
nose.
Like, hey, contestant 1 and 2 are. It's a code 47. Code 47 on.
I draw the sword, and Peppin Gunt comes in.
Code 47 on Brady
and
Avenue.
He stabs one of the ambulance drivers. Not like super hard, like a couple inches. You stay back. Stop it.
Where?
The side.
Okay.
In the ribs.
They fall to their knees and wail. They're like, they drop the radio that they were just talking into, and the other people there start to.
This isn't fun.
Also, they start to say stuff that's obviously not EMT. They're like, "Do you leave the blade in, or do you apply pressure to the wound? Does anyone have? We have Neosporin."
This isn't fun. This isn't funny. You get the fuck away from us, you vultures.
Stay away from us, you fucking psycho! And then like
I swing the sword at the one that says that.
they drag they scurry away with the person who you stabbed, and they drag him into the back of the ambulance.
John goes and grabs the radio that's still on the ground.
Oh yeah, tiny mistake. And then the ambulance peels off with them all like screaming about like the blood, and also like the driver swerving, and they're like, "What do we do?"
Yeah, I think we hear radio chatter, and I think it's talking about like recoup back at the warehouse or whatever sort of thing. I think we find my torn up body pillow that you destroyed in the back of my car again because I went back for it and fished it out.
Aw.
And I'm like, I guess Jarno can patch me up and heal me here.
Leave the knife in.
And he yanks it out.
Oh.
That's what they do in the animes.
But then he ties the body pillow tourniquet around his arm and ties it.
Oh, you should have at least tied the tourniquet first.
I should be okay. I
Here-
should be okay.
Oh, let's get to the hospital.
Let's go get these fucking Yakuza TV bastards. End scene. Moss, you established. So, Lucci, was that good or bad for Moss?
Because I feel like you kind of finished the scene where you started a little bit. He's paranoid, hiding, but now you're not alone, I guess. But also, you've been stabbed.
You maybe have a very clear idea of where this thing is going down.
And I got the vultures away.
Yeah.
Really good television.
So good.
Really good television. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Moss gets the last good day. The last scene could go wild, but the next scene will for sure be bad. Act 2, Scene 5, the second to last scene. Lucci, will you establish or
Are you
resolve?
fucking- that's crazy. I'm gonna establish.
Okay.
So I am in a writer's room. I don't know that I'm on camera. I thought that maybe, because I'm so smart and so main character, that I managed to, I'm on the other side. I'm watching. I'm just here to help make a reality TV show about you two losers. So I'm in the writer's room. I'm offering up ideas. And for the most part, the writers are keeping a straight face when I say things. Little do I know that they're filming me.
They're just bullies.
They're actually bullies. And they're using me for content.
Cut to like a different room, and it's the editors and the main narrator for the television show. And the editor's like, okay, so yeah, so for filler, this guy came in, so we need you to say some kind of like, and back at the studio, we were running into this whole ordeal, and we have this clip, and then it shows like a montage of you running in, like whipping your sword out, and like it has goofy sound effects of like hands clattering and like cymbals crashing as you're like doing a bunch of little moves.
Okay, let me try a take. And back at the studio, look at this guy doing his crazy thing.
Let's see, here's the scene of him doing signing the contract, the release form. Do you have anything funny to say over this?
Is it okay if I sign my signature in Japanese?
Whatever you want.
Okay, let's see.
Good thing I never leave home without my brush and ink.
Oh, God, yeah. There's a lot. This guy gave us a lot of gold. So much is going to be on the cutting room floor. Here's a clip. We set him up in a writer's room. So here is us leading him to the writer's room.
In just this way, we want to ask you for some ideas of how we can insert some plot and narrative and some tension into these two guys' life, and to see if they might be tempted to use the money.
I bow, and when I get to a certain degree, I stand there and I wait for you to bow back.
Just something over that. That's a clip that we need, like a...
Just cricket noises. That'll do the job.
Nice. And so here he is in the room practicing an anime monologue.
Ever since I was an orphan, I knew I was different. Being without a mom or pa, I had to raise myself. I learned how to unsheath a blade before I learned how to walk. I learned how to throw a throwing star before I learned my ABCs.
You know what? I don't think you need to say anything. That one speaks for itself.
No,
We-
that's
We actually
cool.
found his records. He's not an orphan. He made that up. Just for plot.
Good TV. And it like the camera kind of pans back to you in the room with the writers
Okay.
in real time.
Okay. You guys are obviously thinking too Western with your influences. Come on, guys. Like, you're telling me no one here has seen an anime? No one here has seen anything of, I don't know, Eastern influence where we can do something new and exciting and also maybe appeal to broader audiences? Like, who hired you people?
My girlfriend watched Gundam once.
Oh my god. I don't have time for that.
What about Pokemon? Kids like Pokemon.
Ooh.
Oh, if we could get some...
The duel.
Yeah. If we can work some of that in, we could get.
do you have that
We could get a
thing
younger
where-
audience and more viewership.
Yeah.
Saying Pokemon is like watching anime is like saying fencing is the equivalent as being a samurai swordsman like myself. You people are embarrassing yourselves and careful because like they record everything here. I don't want you guys to embarrass yourself on live television.
The two of them look at each other.
And then look at the potted plant between them.
I think I know what the show is missing. Number 1, we need more women with big boobs. I'm sorry. I'm not a pervert. I'm not hentai, which actually is Japanese for pervert. I thought it's often misused as, pornography.
Is it?
Yep. I just read that online.
No, that
just
is
now.
true. Yeah.
Hey, wow.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, you know what? As much as I don't watch anime, I do watch hentai.
You watch perverts?
No, like the
Dude,
actual what pervert.
You were my best man and you watch perverts?
Nice.
A way a good arc ends in
I'm not
any
high-fiving that.
a way a good arc ends in any show is we have, a dramatic battle, a big fight. We have one of the protagonists, something, they're pushed to their limits, and then they reach deep down and they use a power they didn't know they had before. And together with their friends, they team up together and they put their power together and then they stop the big bad guy. And then, they come out.
The radio goes off.
This is code 43.
And then
The two writers look at each other.
like, oh, crap.
Stay here.
And they rush out the door, but leave it open.
I watch you guys leave and also I'm like, don't worry, I will stay here.
I think through the commotion, like way down the hallway, you actually hear your own voice.
I put my hand on my blade and I'm like, that's not right. I'm right here, silent. And that voice is over there.
The gain on it goes up, and you can hear it audibly.
What is it?
It's you saying something goofy.
I go around with my.
What did you say? What is the audio?
The audio is of me going. I am refusing to contribute to the writers' room until everybody goes on eBay, gets one DVD of Japanese.
And then you hear a flatulent sound effect, cymbals crashing,
Yeah.
paint being kicked down the stairs, and then the narrator going,
This guy needs to buy a DVD on how to be normal. What?
I look into the room and I see almost like a blooper reel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
yeah.
This is a very weird comparison. It's the scene from Toy Story where Buzz sees the commercial for the toy brand Buzz Lightyear.
So yeah, I put my hand on my blade. Also, I'm like, it's in my head, it's slow motion, but I'm actually moving slow motion in real life, and it's not that cool looking. I'm just like, this is when I've been made a fool. Another chapter in my sad origin story. They will regret being on the opposite side of my history. And my hand is about to touch the handle of my blade.
The doors, the main entrance, gets smashed open.
And I think that causes the editor who was working on your reel to turn around and see you standing there.
Holding the handle of your sword. But as you get distracted, the doors were blown open by a car.
Oh shit.
Your buddy's car.
Oh shit.
You hear a horn blare. That's the Attack on Titan. Like,
Oh my god. Oh my god. End scene.
Okay,
Whose scene was that?
that was
Yes.
yours.
Oh, that's so okay. Aw.
And I think that was bad because
think
you
so,
just realized
too.
that you've been bamboozled for this entire week.
I want to cry.
Okay, Act 2, Scene 6, the final scene. It's me. I'm going to establish.
It is like it's in the car right after the crash. And Peppin definitely got slammed into the dashboard. It's like, oh, fuck, I really wanted to go. We go to the hospital, please.
No, we have to
you're-
avenge.
that body pillow was in the dumpster and you shoved it in your open wound.
I ran it through the wash.
Oh my god.
That was a week ago.
Peppin gets out of the car and is like coughing in the dust.
And I think that's when John turns and sees you in the hallway. You look very, very sad.
My mascara's running.
He grabs his cane sword and with only one arm, because his other arm is bleeding, it's just kind of a little limp at his side. He points it at you and goes, Kyler, you're late for anime club. And he starts to walk towards you.
Put my hand on my blade and I'm just like, what if this week, instead of talking about shows at the library, what about we use our anime skills to fuck this shit, I'm actually pretty upset. I just pointed to the room full of the blooper reels and I'm just like.
The editor and the voiceover guy are sprinting down the hall since they got the opening.
I think John looks inside and sees the clips.
There's one screen that has on repeat, like a 5-second clip of Kyler swinging a sword and falling into one of the potted plant cameras. A different clip of him where he's doing the bow and waiting for them to bow back on repeat. And then one clip of him just going hog wild at the crafty table.
And also I'm like spitting all over an intern. I'm like, yeah, no, I got a protein load just in case. You never know when a duel's gonna pop up. You always gotta be carb loading when you're a samurai like me.
There's also a clip of the two of us in the car, and then we see me fail at throwing like a paper throwing star out the window.
Yes.
And I'm like,
I'm like, I'm sorry. No, I missed the club, but I thought working here was gonna help me with anime's reputation. I thought it would help our club. I thought it would help me get the money for my mochi. I thought a lot of things, but it turns out that they were just making fun of me the whole time and disrespecting my honor as a swordsman and laughing at me when I thought that I was in on it. I thought that I was ahead of it. I thought I was, the center of the story, but it turns out they were just using me the whole time to make a comedy. This isn't a shojin. This is a comedy. And I'm the clown. I'm not the samurai. I'm the clown of it.
John, he hugs Kyler. He goes, they have done so much to us, Kyler. They have done so much, but we can restore our honor. We can, like you said.
Ow.
And he steps away. He's like, do you promise to help me tear this place apart? And then he cuts his hand on his cane sword and goes, ow!
Does it hurt really bad?
Ow! Yeah!
I hope you're okay. I'm not gonna do it too. I hope you...
Sure. And then he limply throws his hand up for a handshake.
So the way this is shot, this is looking down the hallway towards the car crash. And Peppin is just watching this, and he fishes out a cigarette and pulls out his cell phone and steps outside. Beep, beep, beep. I'm calling 911.
Oh, wow.
Peppin is just done.
I think John and Kyler go into that editing room and immediately just start throwing PCs to the ground, jumping on them, failing, swinging swords at them.
So I'm stabbing things. Because I feel like the producer would be like, Ben, you gotta get in there. You gotta fix this.
And then another producer would be like, keep the cameras rolling. Keep the cameras rolling.
This is great television, but Ben, we're losing money. They're like, yeah, stab it. And then, oh man, what are we gonna do with our $500,000?
We make an anime about a mochi shop, and then we open up an actual mochi shop based on the anime.
Oh my god, that's genius. Okay. I kind of was thinking maid cafe, but you know what? Mochi, that's a little bit more
and then
practical.
Because we're the owners, we can get all the mochi that we want. And then we're also famous for an anime, and everyone will respect us.
You hear a knock at the door.
I stab a TV and I'm like, it has to be artisanal ice cream though. It has to be good stuff.
The good shit mochi.
We're busy.
Hi, hey. Ben Donner is in the entryway. Hey, guys.
What the fuck?
You know this bozo?
You were my...
Yes,
we're cousins!
Yes. No, and I picked you because I thought that things would go okay. But you know what I didn't account for? That crazy bastard Gunt. That Gunt.
I had the right idea, right? to keep it all on me.
Yeah.
So that it was never out of sight.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Wait a second. You know the producer of Trust Fund?
We're cousins. He was the one that.
I'm not a producer. That was a lie. I'm the third contestant.
What?
I'm the third contestant. It's a 3-way game. Okay?
What?
The real producers are calling this episode kind of off. It's not going to be an episode of Trust Fund. They're changing everything around, and they're giving us this one chance. Look, I have the money that Peppin Gunt was holding on to. And he throws a duffel bag on the ground and unzips it. And you see $240,000 in stacked bills.
Why me?
Because I knew you could
I thought we were cool.
We're doing a last-minute substitution.
I respected you.
He didn't pick you because you were cool. I've been here for a week. I know he picked you because he thought you'd be entertaining and fun to laugh at. That's all. This show's just about laughing at people.
We're doing a last-minute substitution. Peppin Gunt is out. Kyler, you're in. You're the new third contestant. And if we can produce the $500,000 right here, right now, we all get a third of it.
And then what? This episode goes to air and we're all humiliated for all of eternity?
No, it's not that humiliating.
I just don't understand.
This is one version of it. We have a different version going on in different editing rooms, you know?
Different editing rooms? God, we have so much more stabbing to do.
We do.
The deal's off if you guys leave the room.
And then John charges with his king sword into Ben.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
And then runs down the hallway to find more editing rooms. And in the hallway, there's a bunch of cameramen that are trying to film this.
You can hear police sirens in the distance now.
Fuck you! We were making fun of you, you stupid weebs! What? That is the joke! You're fucking embarrassing!
Doing the right thing and honor and self-respect is priceless.
Yeah, I picked two of the weirdest people. I know!
Yeah.
Oh!
Except for you made one mistake. We're not weird. We're weebs.
End scene. There. That's it. That's the end.
Oh, fuck.
Was that good or bad for me?
Bad.
You're going to jail.
You stabbed somebody on camera.
Yeah, that's bad.
What the? This is fucking crazy. Oh my god.
Were people okay with that?
Yes.
The tilt was perfect too.
The tilt was so good.
The tiny mistake with I didn't know when it's gonna work out, but with like the radio and then the confusion followed by pain. Wait a second, why were you dressed like a jester? We never figured it out.
No.
It's because I kept saying like monkey gonna dance. It's like I was just like feeling like, okay, ha, you want exciting, I'll give you exciting. And so I was just And then I was immediately snapped out of it because you had a knife in your shoulder, and I was like, oh, that's so bad.
And technically, at the end there, I was confused, and then I gave pain to Ben.
Yes.
Okay. Stay tuned after the credits and after we explain this aftermath to hear those little aftermath scenes of the kind of epilogue to our characters here. And then also stay tuned for hearing us roll for the next playset. Without further ado, we will first roll to see the position that our characters end up in the end by rolling the dice that we have accumulated, good minus the bad.
I'm missing a red die.
I got one.
No, I don't think so.
You said blue
no,
earlier.
No, because I had a red and a blue at the beginning, and then I've only gotten red die since the second half. Remember, because I rolled a 6 during the tilt?
Roll.
-4.
Whoa.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I got -7.
I got +7.
Whoa! Okay, so -7 is pathetic. You'll suffer. Oh dear God, you will suffer. And everyone will know of your malfeasance, your stupidity, your lack of common sense and decency. You're probably going to be locked up too. That's fucking perfect.
Mine's perfect too. Ready? Black 4, Savage. Savage is in something is broken or mashed. Maybe you've got a permanent limp and a bad reputation. Plus, you totally fail. I think something's going to air about me.
White 7, weak. Hey, you're busted, beat, and broken down, but at least you've learned a lesson about human greed and fragility, right? It'll serve you well in prison, which is where you are probably headed.
You did stab a guy.
That's true, actually.
Yep.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Thank you to Bully Pulpit for letting us use their wonderful game, and thank you to Luca Monfrey for our spectacular intro music. Follow them at Horrible Smell on Instagram. Most of our production music is by Joel Stedler. You can follow him on his Patreon. Our outro music is Inward by Hans Troost. You can follow the podcast on Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok at Pulp Panic Pod. The story is based off the $500,000 in a grocery bag playset by Jason Morningstar, published by Bully Pulpit Games. Don't forget to leave us a review wherever you happen to be listening and to spread the word about Pulp Panic. It really does help. And now, the aftermath for each of our characters.
In a good die, Peppin Gunt is released early for good behavior, so his jail time was only 3 years.
Because Naughty's is closed, Ted Danson gets more business than usual. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Yahoo! Wow!
In a bad die, John serves extra time in prison because a documentary airs about this horrible production gone wrong, and everyone in a lot of the other inmates laugh at him because of how dumb he looks, and he lashes out and injures one of them, which gets him extra time.
In another good die, Peppin repairs his relationship with his brother just a little bit. They don't really get that close, but they can talk to each other and they'll do holidays with each other, which they hadn't done for nearly 3 decades.
Yeah.
Bad day for Kyler is that after the documentary airs, a little segment on there goes viral, and it's about the lame swordsman who thought that they were respected as a writer and all these silly little clips. And after the popularity of the viral clip, the studio releases a bunch of footage that they captured. And, he loves being online. Makes it really hard. Like, his Reddit career is a lot harder. His moderating is just like he's getting pushed around more, and a lot of my reputation is ruined.
In a bad die, there are no channels that show anime on the TV. So John Alfred goes through anime celibacy and becomes a AMCEL.
AMCEL.
In a bad die, the whole ordeal was just deeply, deeply traumatizing for Peppin. And so about once a month, he has to don a jester outfit and walk the streets of Poppleton at night.
So this is something that happened during the actual day when we were destroying the studio. We were smashing TVs, and the blade that I got imported, it's authentic, I sharpen it all the time, it shattered on one of the TVs. And also it turns out that when you smash a TV, it doesn't get rid of all the editing and recording. It's still there.
Okay, but the clip of you smashing your blade into the TV screen is incredible.
Yeah, it actually does look kind of sick.
It actually does look kind of sick.
Because it's like, whoa, that's steel. And yeah, so my blade that I took care of, an extension of myself, gone.
In my last bad die, everyone in the prison calls John Alfred Pillow because everything about his body pillow was in the documentary, and no one is friends with him, and he's still alone.
In a good die, Peppin is able to find a job at a much less shitty chain sandwich restaurant and is now able to actually make real high-quality sandwiches.
Skylar spends a lot of time indoors in the following years and gets very good at making homemade ice cream. And one step further from there is making, homemade mochi. And just kind of perfects his own recipe and good stuff. He eats it by himself when he's, binging anime.
Aw. 15 years later, John finally gets out of prison and tracks down Kyler, and they resurrect their anime club, which is mostly about helping John catch back up on all the anime he's missed in that time.
Oh.
That's very sweet.
And that is it. Yeah, we have to roll for our next playset. 1 to 2, News Channel 6. 3 to 4, Horse Fever. 5, 6, Ranger Down. Over. 3, we go into the horse race track, baby.
Let's go!
Let's play some bet.
Horse Fever. I've been waiting for Horse Fever, like, basically since the second episode.
I'm excited. This should be fun. And Lucy will maybe play a horse.
I can show off my tattoo.
If you want me to play a horse next episode, please. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Moss has a big ol' stomach tattoo of horses galloping in it. It's quite beautiful. If this gets a certain 100 downloads, we'll post a photo. Just kidding.
Certain 100 number of downloads.
Thank you so much for listening. I've been Jared.
I've been Moss.
And I've been Lucci.
Don't be fools.
And also, if you want me to play a horse, comment, or I don't know, just like prove that it's what you want, and then I'll do it.
We'll definitely see that in time.
Moss and Jared are gonna try stopping it. If I'm not a horse in the episode, it's because they silenced me. They didn't let me do it. They shot down the Adai. They no but me.
Censorship.
They censor me. They don't let me be who I want to be. Help. Sorry, I was looking for my dice. I dropped one. I'll find it later. It was blue.
Okay. So that was good. So you get the second to last good die.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Woo! Woo! Woo!